I recently caught up with Carmen Solomon. She's an owner in Dallas, Texas, and she's certainly one of my favorite owners in the company. She's got tons of heart and she's got an unbelievable work ethic. I've always compared Carmen to Kobe Bryant. Okay, so let's just first of all talk about Kobe and Kobe's work ethic. If you've watched the Redeem Team on Netflix, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? So all these superstar players are coming back to the hotel in Vegas, from a night of partying. And as they're coming into the elevator, Kobe's leaving the hotel to go start his first workout. And so everybody starts scratching their head a little bit like, maybe we gotta follow Kobe's lead on this. I mean, he's obviously dedicated. Reminds me of the old quote on hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, right? So there's talent and there's hard work. Put your money on the work ethic because the work ethic will beat talent when talent doesn't work hard. So take talent and work ethic and you've got yourself Kobe Bryant is basically what you have. Years ago, I heard, I was at a seminar with Carmen and I'm like, the math wasn't making sense. She was, leading a team of 30 reps on Spectrum and she only had 7 stores. And I'm like, Carmen, how do you do that? You've got the store issue. You've only got 7 stores. How do you handle such a high head count? And she's like, well, we work 7 days a week, not 5. So I schedule everybody to try to fit in 7 days a week. And I run 2 shifts per day. So there's the morning crew that'll start off at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I've got an afternoon crew that'll go in around 2 or 3 o'clock in the evening. So I run 2 morning meetings per day, 7 days a week. And so now you can see why I call Carmen Kobe Bryant. Okay, so I asked her, I'm like, where does this Kobe Bryant work ethic come from? And where do you get the passion? Where's the passion come from to work so hard? So here you go in today's episode, the Kobe Bryant work ethic.
I think my work ethic really comes from just knowing where I come from. So, I was born in Mexico. I came here to the United States when I was 7. So if you've ever been to a third world country, you have no choice but to work hard, I think. I tell my guys this all the time. Have you ever gone to Mexico or any place like that? You see the kids are 3 years old, 5 years old, already hustling, working, and you come here and you go to school and you have such great opportunities to meet and see and visualize just great things. So I think my work ethic also comes from that, from my childhood and seeing. At first I thought I could never even own a car. I just thought that was impossible for me. And so seeing my friends, being able to get a car and just seeing huge houses and seeing things, I'm like, wow, how can I do that, right? So I think that really inspired as well, where some people can't even see that. So just in such a small way. My mom made a sacrifice for me to be here. And for me, it's such a big deal because I want to do the same, but in a higher level for my future and my children. I want to set them up in a place where they can succeed and they can do bigger and greater things because of the work that I'm putting in. So I have a lot of urgency to make sure that that's being created, and not just for my future children, or grandchildren, but also for my family around me, so they can see what's possible as well. So I feel that urgency, and I think that really carries me with the work ethic for sure. What's if you're not winning, you're losing, and that's definitely not what I want to do. In business and in life, you have to get really good at these 3 things. First and foremost, you have to have a tough mentality, right? And second, you have to have stamina. You have to make sure that you are able to last, right? Not short term, but long term. And last but not least, you got to become adaptable. So if I can tell you and I guarantee you something, is that things are not going to go the way you want them to go. I guarantee it. So as soon as you understand that portion and curveballs get thrown at you, then you'll know how to handle them, right? So I'll give you an example. I had 7 stores, over 30 guys. Obviously, we can't staff. We don't have places for them to staff, and worse, we can't give them opportunity because we can't grow more, right? So we have to become very resourceful. So we start staffing all 7 stores, 7 days a week, having 2 shifts, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. This way we had two teams running, and they could also grow with opportunity. So it's not a lack of resources, right? It's a lack of resourcefulness. So becoming resourceful and learning to become adaptable to anything that comes to you, the whole goal is not to quit, it's keep going. Understand that we are in a place where if we can become more, we can do more. So my advice is, if you are born poor, that is not your fault. But if you die poor, that is 100% your fault. So that's not me, that's Bill Gates, but I live by that quote deeply, just because I understand that when you are young, it is, you don't know, right? It's all your circumstances. But once you take responsibility and you start understanding and developing yourself that we can accomplish anything we set our mind to, and we can do anything. You can become whatever you want to become as long as you're becoming. So that is literally my advice, is become more so you can do more and you can accomplish those goals that you set yourself up to get.